Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video. As you saw, I have another new low weigh-in, 221, which brings me down to 20 pounds now. And now I'm really starting to feel it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back from the gym, got my shower done, getting ready to have my first meal of the day. It's going to be something fairly light, about 8 ounces of liquid egg whites, actually egg beaters, and about 3 ounces of smoked turkey sausage with a little bit of diced mushrooms to go with it. So top it off with a little bit of salsa. So that is going to be meal number one. But I kind of want to touch on the subject that I was talking about earlier before I went to the gym. I didn't get a lot of gym content today. I wasn't feeling like recording too much in the gym. But yeah, like I said earlier, definitely starting to feel it. Early on in this process, I was feeling really good. And I'm not saying I don't feel good, but I'm now on week 7 of this thing. So I'm definitely starting to feel the effects. It started last week of, being in a caloric deficit for a long period of time, and I haven't been in a caloric deficit this consistent for a long time. So it's definitely starting to catch up to me. I am down 20 pounds now. I can see it in my face. My face definitely looks a little bit slimmer than when I started this thing. So we're going in the right direction. But yes, I am definitely feeling it right now. So I definitely want to talk more about that and just kind of my thoughts, and definitely want to hear what you guys got to say in the comments, because appreciate you guys are following along, giving me encouragement through this process. But I definitely want to talk more about that. But right now, gonna eat, get some work done, and be back here shortly. Alright guys, so let's talk about the 2 hardest things I've been experiencing last week and so far this week. Alright, so the first thing that's been really tough last week and kind of creeping into this week is the cravings. Through the first 5 or so weeks of this thing, cravings haven't hit me that hard. I wasn't like craving a lot of things. I was doing good on that part. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I need, I'm a pizza guy. I love pizza. That's one of my favorite, actually probably is my favorite food of all time. And I haven't really been craving that. But this past week and kind of creeping this week, the cravings for a lot of things that got me where I started were creeping in. Haven't succumbed to it, so that's one of the big things. I'm not gonna hit you with any pearls of wisdom here on like how I avoid giving into that. It's just I know it sounds cliche, but it's just being disciplined, being focused on what you want. Like, I think to myself, like, do I want to give in and get that junk food I used to have, and just start stacking those days of bad days of just eating bad and putting that weight back on and kind of losing the progress I've already made? No, I don't want that. So that's kind of been what's been pushing me through this process. When those cravings have come, this past week and a half, that's kind of been like the driving point that I've used to deal with that. And there's also some other things that do help. So some other things have helped have been these little healthier snacks, these little Chomps beef sticks. They're decently macro friendly. Like, this one's a little smaller. I have the bigger ones at home. They're about 100 calories, 10 grams of protein. I can't remember the fats on them, but this is a smaller one, just a little snack, 45 calories, 4 grams of protein, along with a little pre-made protein shake, which is about 150 calories, 30 grams of protein. So things like that. The Quest potato chips, I'm a big potato chip person, so those Quest chips, yes, I know they are not exactly like normal potato chips, definitely not, but it helps. I do a diet soda every now and then. I like Mountain Dew, so I do a diet Mountain Dew every now and then when I'm craving a soda. So little hacks like that have helped get me through some of those tough days where I've had really bad cravings. And then the other thing that I've been having issues with has been just feeling tired from being in the caloric deficit. And I knew this. I knew this was coming. It's not like it was unexpected. So that part's been that. And again, that just comes down to the same thing I said earlier when it comes to the cravings, just being disciplined. I can't really say much more than that, because at the end of the day, nothing we really want to accomplish is going to come easy. It's going to come with the work. It's going to come with having to be disciplined, having to push those hard times. And right now, one of my main goals is getting in better shape, being more healthy. So I have to keep that in mind and understand that's what I want more than I want to, maybe sleep an extra couple hours in the morning, or not to push through these workouts, or not to, stay away from those bad foods that got me to where I'm at right now. So that's kind of my mind frame. Again, I'm not going to hit you with any crazy things that you probably haven't heard before, but honestly, a lot of those statements that you heard, being disciplined, keeping the goals that you have in mind, are the biggest things that really, really do help. Because if you can't stick to what your goals are and you can't be disciplined to accomplish those goals, you really don't want to do whatever it is that you are setting out to do. For example, fitness journey, lose weight, get healthier. If you can't be disciplined with that and disciplined with your eating and you're going to the gym, then you really don't want it. I don't know, maybe that's too much of a simplistic way of looking at it, but that's kind of how I feel, I guess. Alright, so I said all that earlier to kind of say this. Really, everything I'm currently going through is, like I said, something that I was expecting, something I knew that was going to be coming. It's really just a part of the process. It's just something that you have to be disciplined and just mentally go through and get through to accomplish. Well, my goal is getting a more healthier weight, preferably getting under 200 pounds for the first time in a long time. We'll see if I get there. But at the end of the day, this is, right now it's not about comfort. Comfort has got me where I'm currently at. So right now it's just pushing through this process, getting through this process. Just understand, if you are doing the same thing, you are going to be feeling this at some point, and you just have to have that goal in mind and continue to push through that. So anyways, just take it one meal, one workout, one day at a time, one daily victory at a time, getting your workouts in, getting your meals done right, and you're going to get there. So yeah, that's kind of the mantra I'm currently living by right now. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys at the next one.